position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Martin. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going to go for a big one. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. This one's complete. There he goes. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to fire. Slings it downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Handoff to Jones. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He'll run it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now improvising. Pulls it in. It's Jones. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Lagway. trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Georgia sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Hey, make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. He's looking to throw. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Back to the ground game on the left. Look out, he's got room! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, it's an electrifying run. If you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs, Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy, no Sean Marino, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He fires to the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your run.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The run to the left. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a 1st down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking to throw on 1st down. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wants to keep it in the air. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged on the outside, it's Tuggle. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Here's the handoff. Creates a little space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Turning it on. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just one bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by 7 over Western Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take another shot here. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Takes it the other way. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Motion from the wideout. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Tight end now in motion. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mills. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Power football with the run. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Lindsey. This time he's got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll try to get it through the air. He's got him. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And off to Jones. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Penn State.
The Dogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. An 84-yard drive there. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got him downfield. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's 1st down from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab, and he's brought down after a nice gain. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the second half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mills. He gets a block. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think
makes the catch on the left. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run.
He's looking deep. He's got touchdown, Nittany Lions. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Mills. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. He fires one deep down the right side. Running free. He's at the tip, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so...
He's going for a big play downfield. And it's caught inside the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking to scramble. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Penn State! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Mills. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. At this Bulldog offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Makes the grab down the middle.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
He's got it on the outside. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
A strike downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And your offense, you're talking to each other the whole time. Look at the score. Understand the situation. We got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We got a chance to put this ball game away. We have to hold on to the football. 2 hands. Make sure I go to the ground with that thing in my possession. It's a big mistake that could cost them big.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On the ground, it's Hawkins. He breaks a tackle. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. to avoid a negative play.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Slips through the line. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dick."
Nah, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Ballman. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
Second down, he'll throw it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but
breaks into the open. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Time to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And that's exactly what I would do, too. Why would I not keep throwing that dude the football? I know it was incompletion, but he has had a day. He's been cooking this secondary, and they've tried to find ways to get him the ball because he has been so dynamic today.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Nittany Lions hit it quickly to the line. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tuggle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back.
game-changing play for this defense. Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Takes a snap, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Tuggle. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. He'll throw it. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Based on what we've seen, if you like offense, this is the game for you, and we've got a big fourth period waiting. So we open the final period with a third down play. Rush is on him, trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it's picked off for the third time today. Looking for more room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just one bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by 7 over Western Western Kentucky. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Caught over the middle. It's Tuggle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Still backed up pretty deep. It's 2nd and 5 from the 15. Going for it all. Brings it down on the right side. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got to feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Going deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense has really responded after last week. Last week, man, the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road and win. You come back home, you feel confident, you're in your routine, have answered the bell, took charge of this game late, and looking to go 1-0 this week.
And the extra point splits the uprights. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Wide open downfield. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Looking to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Looking to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He'll try to do it himself. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide. And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Reynolds. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Mills. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Gets it out quickly. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now on 1st down from the 30. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going for it all. Catch inside the 25. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Penn State offense will take over 1st and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to take off. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Here's the pressure. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. This is a designed run. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Using his feet. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And the Nittany Lions looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air, it's Lindsey. Got his man on the right. Still running at the 40. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.